Hi guys, my name is Salema and today I have with me Rael.
No, let out, let out, let out, let.
Rael.
Yes.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Salema and today I have with me Rael Luvi. Hi Rael.
Here's Salima.
And Rael has an album out now called Only Up From Here. So what inspired the name of the album?
Um, I think is it was good afternoon, by the way, good evening, good night, Salima. Sorry.
Good day.
Um, I think it was a mantra at first. At the start, last year in the midst of all the chaos and everything, and just from a certain work ethic I was putting out, I was like, yo, this has to work now. And there's only one direction it could go, and it could only go up now. So
Okay.
a mantra turned into a title. So only up from here is the title. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what was your design or creative process like for this album?
For the artwork you're talking, right?
Yeah.
For the
It could be for
artwork,
the artwork and for the album itself, all of the
um,
songs.
the artwork actually came because normally how I would do a project, I would do the artwork first,
Mm.
and I would build the project around the artwork because I'm more visual. So like I would like to see what artwork feels like, and then I would create the project. Makes it easier to like build a song around that, right? For this one, I had a first artwork which is actually the lightning bolt with the eye inside on top. That was the first artwork by itself. We will put up on the screen. That was the first artwork by itself, and it was like nah, something about this artwork, not feeling like not feeling like it, not feeling like when you see it, you would have a it not feeling like only up now. So I sent it to Brown Will. I was like, yo, we should change this or whatnot, whatnot. So we talk about it some more. And on the night of Fast Lane video shoot for Brown's Fast Lane video shoot, I just went in front of the projector and I set the camera like a timer and just went in front and look up and snap it. And when I went to the camera, I was just testing the camera. Now.
Yeah.
When I went, I was like, this is the one. I was like, this is it.
That's the
And
album cover
and that
right
was how the
there.
album cover come about now. So yeah.
Okay, good stuff. So which song would you say took the longest to complete?
The song that took the longest to complete. So it has Vision, then I think City Boy, Was it City Boy? City Boy took the longest to complete. Um I think City Boy took the longest to complete. But everything else, because I just normally complete songs very quick. But City Boy took the longest to complete. I was just somehow I feel it wasn't right now. So I was just trying to get like real proper. So even the vocals I was taking real time tweaking it and real time just tweaking the beat.
Okay.
I didn't want to add too much and then I didn't want to leave it too little. But then even if I add backups, because I tried adding backups and stuff, I was like, nah, but the backup just not cutting it. And so I decided to leave it how it is and end up using how I had it at first, regardless. So
Okay.
that was the longest song to make, City Boy. And getting the story right, by the way. So actually scrapping the story for it, yeah, that took long.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So what experience did you have in the past or even in the present day to inspire you to write a song like Vision? Because in the song Vision, there are lines like, don't be a puppet to the system,
Mm-hmm.
or most of these guys are just trap souls. So
Yes.
what inspired that?
What inspired those lines? Basically the puppet to the system thing is like most people doing their craft and actually don't know themselves well enough to do what they want to do. So it's like example, say this genre of music is working dancehall, soca, whatever. So at the core, I'm an artist that likes to do soul music or R&B soul, or I like to just play acoustic guitar, and I do these type of music, and it works. So the public is like, yeah, we love that from you now. We love when you do Gunman tune. We love when you do X Y Z. But deep down inside, you know you want to do something else now,
Yeah,
but
you
you
do
that is not you
something
now.
else.
So when they want to get them, you know, them do what now, but so you had a tap dance to satisfy the audience that you made yourself a puppet to the system now. So don't be that now. So just authentically be yourself and struggle through, push through, and people ain't gonna like it at first. People ain't gonna like the vision. People ain't gonna understand. But you do at the tap dance. You do at the tap dance for the world to be accepted now. You create what you want to create. Be happy creating it, and don't be a puppet to the system. And as far as the trap souls, I think it ties into it as well. Just people knowing themselves and staying true to themselves throughout the journey. Don't get caught up in the system too. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So Cry Baby and Only Up From Here is personally my favorite
Yeah,
songs.
Kai Kai baby.
And I feel like Only Up From Here is like an energy boost. So
Yeah.
if you need some kind of motivation, you can listen to Only Up From Here, and I feel like you'd be motivated.
Jeez. Yeah.
So, what was the vibe or the energy that you wanted to project onto people who listen to that song?
For Only Up From Here.
Only Up From Here, yeah.
One, I was having fun. Two, I wanted that one song on the track that was real, like as far as Brighton bars on rapping, that was actually real hard now. Like actually like because because a lot of people like can't stop, won't stop. So I wanted to do that times two. I wanted to bring that delivery and the flow times two now. So I wanted that one song that was just a real flawless rap track. And I was having fun at the same time too, especially the second part of it.
Yeah.
I just just having fun now, So
You
that
can tell
was
that you were having fun.
yeah, just messing about. So yeah, that was.
Okay.
I hope the energy translated by the way. So I
It
guess
did. It did.
yeah.
Well, for me, it did for sure. And in Cry Baby, sorry, I can hear Tash and Brown in the song. So what was it like working with them?
That day was so much fire. Wait, in general on that day.
Both. Give
On
both.
that day, yo. First of all, shout out Jack Daniels. That was responsible for that. that was like a Johansi had like a bottle of Jack Day. He was like, that's the first no, that was the second time. And I ripped some shots and some Jack Daniels, and I think Dominic and them was in the studio, and they was working on, the beat was playing for a while and nothing was coming up for the beat.
Mm.
And I was like, yo, let me just try something. I'm not sure if it will work. Let me just try something. And then I went, don't cry me, no rivers. But working with these guys is very amazing. It's organic. It's organic flow. It's not forced. It's always a vibe when we pop up Slapstation.
Yeah.
We just always happen to create something that's pretty cool now, and is a healthy working relationship. And I like it.
Okay.
Yeah. In general too. So.
All right. So in the song Moscato, to
Mhm.
me, love is a very dominant theme.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know what inspired the name Moscato for that song.
Yo. So boom. It has a lot of organic stories in it. Shout out Tyler, by the way. I think Tyler came up with
The artwork.
that title and the artwork. Shout out Tyler for the artwork of Moscato.
Tyler.
Yeah, so Tyler came up with the artwork. We went on the beach, me, Brown, Willan, and Tyler. But prior to that, I think the night before we had a bonfire, backyard bonfire. Had a bonfire, and Tyler was showing off some of her drawings now. Some of her drawings, XYZ. And when I saw that one, I was like, yo, could we use that for the artwork now? Because it symbolizes the whole female and the woman, how she's one with everything. And the sun and the sunflower and everything. And I was like, yo, we had to use that because the song is directly female energy based towards a female energy now. And we was on the beach and we just vibing. I think we was a little frost on the beach. And Tyler was like, pink Moscato. That would be vibes. I was like, yeah, Moscato. Yeah, this thing. And Tyler, shout out Tyler for the name. And what's the next question? What's the question intertwined there?
Well, that was really the question. What inspired the name Moscato?
Just the name of Moscato?
Yeah.
Okay, that inspired the name.
Okay. So in PYE,
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, is a song that I think is very necessary, especially for a time like now with COVID and people's and their mental health might not be 100%, especially right now.
Yeah.
So why did you think it was important to have a song like PYE on the album?
I think sometimes for me too is like messages to myself as well. So like even when I say don't stress yourself over petty things, these kind of advice, I just take it for myself because I'm still trying to become a better person while listening to it now. So I think it was necessary because I learned, communication skills, emotional intelligence, and not much people speaks about it in music to translate it because people need to hear that type of knowledge to because what you listen to it becomes. So if you listen to a vibe like that might lift your energy. So you could you might need that on a day when you didn't know you need it, to not stress off a bullshit or to, watch your people around because you know people sucking out your energy, and trust in God and everything will be all right. Those type of vibes and like just simple vibes. So I think that were the vibes was for that one.
Yeah, and I like how it started from the beginning because the first line is need to protect my mind, so I rest my head on the shoulders of the Most High. So right from the beginning, you get the energy one time.
Yeah,
so I thought that was really cool.
All right, thanks.
And well, tell us about City Boy.
Ooh, which part of that I want to know about?
The
Because
whole thing.
that is a real long story. And that story is so long that it would need Brown and Will here to tell that story one. But I'll still tell my perspective. So if you sit down with them at time and we could talk about it.
Okay.
But that was a city boy. I wonder if I could say acid. But I could do whatever you want. But yeah, so City Boy was an acid trip
Okay.
in New York. So that way I get city.
Mm-hmm.
So City Boy. That was an acid trip in New York. To them, they say I had a bad trip. To me, it was an amazing trip. I think I probably would eat, probably. Yeah, definitely. And I was blacked out in New York. I get handcuffs by police. I get arrested by police. I woke up in the hospital and fucking IV and shit. It was like I was in the next realm, tripping balls,
That's a
and
lot.
it was a crazy story. Like you know that hangover story. The only thing I didn't do was wake up with like a tattoo on my face and like die or some shit like that. But it was an eye opening experience, and that's how we met. That's how the gang met, and from ever since then we connected on a different level. You know, so City Boy, how more to the story, and yeah, but that is just like a good summary about
Okay.
City Boy.
And I really like the beat and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you go around writing the song? Did you come up with the melody first,
Yeah.
or how did it go?
Cause what happened? Freedom. Shout out Brown for the production and Freedom. Freedom was an idea before. I will always stand on this girl. I forgot her name. I think it's you. Is it you? I think that's her name. Thank you by the way because I did Freedom at home and I just had the idea for the melody. Here I am. Here I'm looking you dead in your face.
Mm.
And then she messaged and she was like, she loved this and wherever it's gonna be now.
Mm.
But by that time I already scrapped the idea. Now. Like I deleted it off my computer. I was like, bro, I lost driving and deleted the whole idea of my computer, but I still had the snippet from the Instagram story now.
Mm.
It was probably almost 24 hours before I deleted now.
Mm.
So I saved it. I was like, yo, it's still up. So I saved the story. So all I had was the melody and stuff. And came to the studio. I think probably the next day came to the studio and we were just thinking of some vibes, talking to Brown, blah 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 blah, and I let him hear it now. And it's like, dog, rest that vibe down, blah 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 blah. And the rest of down there was his history. Brown kill off on the production for Freedom, like the production, and that was crazy.
Mm.
He went in, and yeah, that's how that song came about. So it was a melody first, an idea first, and then he just add everything to it, and we just brush it up and tune it up some more.
Okay.
So yeah, Freedom.
All right, cool. And if there was any line from any song from the album, you could choose any line that you could see yourself saying every day as motivation. What would that line be?
Okay. Trip after trip on the plane, I rest. Yeah, I think it's that line because I really want to travel the world. So trip after trip on the plane, I rest. Sushi on the plane or black suits. I say anything wrong with that because I forget my lyrics a lot. But I think that line from Vision. So trip after trip on the plane, I rest. I want to manifest that now. So worldwide.
So you have any advice that you'd like to give upcoming artists or somebody that's probably working on an album?
Yeah. Everybody had different processes and everyone has different paths towards where you're trying to get. But stay true to yourself. It might take long. Sometimes not everybody will like you based on how it is move or your standards, but stay true to yourself, my G. It will pay off in the long run. This is the advice I'm giving to you and advice I'm giving to myself as well. So yeah, just stay true to yourself and keep brushing up in the craft. There's always room to grow. Take constructive criticism from people around you. Listen, observe. Don't be hard-headed. Learn to communicate with people properly. Don't take things too personal. Don't assume shit. Don't be in your feelings all the time. Have an open mind. So yeah, on your way to the top, you should be becoming a better person now. So yeah, that's my advice to you. Just stay true to yourself and work on becoming the best individual you could be. And yeah, trust in God. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, well, thank you for that and thank you for coming today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, Only Up For Me is out now. Stream that, spread it, let people know, let the country know. This is a great album and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
On the plane, I rest. Where you wanna be, what you trying to manifest.